Welcome back to Always Intense, where real storms meet real courage. Today, we dive into 20 real disasters at sea, moments where steel, sea, and human will collide. Each wave tells a story, and every survivor has faced the ocean's fury. Off the coast of Normandy, the tugboat Liberty rushes through rough waves to save the massive Federal Miramichi. Engines roar, ropes tighten one wrong move, and both ships are gone. Thanks to quick thinking and grit, the crew pulls off a rescue against all odds. In Richards Bay, South Africa, the cargo ship Smart runs aground and snaps in two. The harbour turns chaotic as the ship breaks under the waves' pressure. Rescue teams save the crew, but the sea reminds everyone who's truly in command. The Luno, a Spanish cargo ship, loses engine power during a violent storm near Bayonne, France. Winds hurl it into a breakwater steel bends. Hull tears apart, miraculously. All 12 sailors are airlifted to safety by the French Coast Guard. But Mayday, my vessel is broken. The Arvin, caught in freezing storms off the Turkish coast, sinks within minutes. Search and rescue teams fight waves to save lives, a desperate race against time and nature. Off Portugal, a chemical tanker slams into 10-metre waves. Each wall of water threatens to overturn the ship, but the crew's discipline and calm navigation steer it through proof that training saves lives. Anchored near Sri Lanka, the MV Express Pearl erupts in flames. Containers carrying 25 tons of nitric acid explode, spilling chemicals into the ocean. Firefighters battle with toxic smoke across a wounded sea and a burning skyline. A tropical cyclone strikes Reunion Island. An oil vessel is pushed ashore, its hull crushed by waves. Fuel leaks threaten the coast, but emergency crews act fast to prevent an environmental catastrophe. In the frozen waters off Chukotka, ice slams into the hull of the Captain Bolsovsky trawler. Cracks spread water floods in. 90 men face death, yet every one of them is rescued. Courage beats the cold. A 12-point storm batters a cargo ship off northern China. Waves tower like cliff steel bends. Radar flickers. The ship vanishes behind spray. Yet the captain holds course. Survival in seconds of control. In the Sargasso Sea, a 12-point Beaufort storm tears through an oil tanker. Decks flood, engines scream, but she refuses to break. When dawn comes, the crew witnesses the ocean's mercy calm after pure destruction. Taiwan. The TS Taipei runs aground after an engine failure, breaking in half. It sinks slowly, a nightmare for the coast. Weeks later, salvage teams lift the wreck piece by piece, a triumph of engineering over ruin. The anthem of the seas, the cruise ship sails straight into Hurricane Hermine. Passengers scream as 30-foot waves slam the hull, despite panic and damage. The vessel endures a floating city that fought a storm and won. The mighty USS Kitty battles a Pacific tempest near Japan. Waves crush the bow, tearing away safety nets. Even legends of steel must bow to nature, the carrier later retires, her scars telling her tale. Once a proud Navy ship, HMAS Tobruk is scuttled off Queensland. She sinks gracefully, not in defeat, but transformation. Now she rests beneath the sea, reborn as a home for coral and divers. Cargo ship erupts in flames under moonlight. Cars, containers, and decks ignite like paper. By dawn, the ship is gone, a haunting reminder of how fast peace turns to chaos at sea. A NH-90 helicopter hovers above a rocking vessel in a real 10-point storm. Rescuers lower themselves through wind and spray training in the same hell they may one day face. Their courage defines the thin line between life and loss. Between the Atlantic and Pacific, the Drake Strait swallows ships whole. Freighter Red Rose faces waves like moving mountains. Every crash echoes one truth: the sea always wins. Off Norway, a Dutch cargo ship loses control in a hurricane. Oil leaks. Waves rage, crew leap into the black ocean as helicopters hover. Each man lifted to safety is a miracle pulled from death's grip. From tugboats to tankers, from storms to flames, every story you've seen is real. Each wave carries a warning: the ocean forgives no mistake. Respect the sea, protect it, because our survival and our future depend on keeping it alive. This is always intense, reminding you: stay safe, stay humble, stay ready for the next wave. Welcome to Always Intense, where every wave tells a story. Out here, calm can turn to chaos in seconds. From massive storms to catastrophic collisions. These are real moments, caught on camera when man faces the fury of the sea. Brace yourself. Let's begin. Coast Guards risk their lives every day, on stormy seas. One mistake can mean disaster. Every rescue mission is a race against nature, and sometimes against fate itself. Caught in a violent Mediterranean storm, the Grand Voyager fought 30-foot waves and failing engines. For hours, the crew battled nature's wrath before regaining control. A chilling reminder: even the biggest ships are fragile in the face of the sea. during a high-speed race. A powerboat dove underwater and resurfaced seconds later. Miraculously, the crew survived without injury. It became one of the most incredible clips ever captured, proof that luck sometimes floats. In the Pacific, a massive oil tanker faced waves tall as buildings. Its bow vanished beneath the water before bursting back through walls of foam. Steel groaned, engines screamed, but the ship held on. A raw display of strength versus the sea. In the Philippines, the ferry MV Island Roro 1 capsized after ignoring safety limits, overloaded by 25 tons. The ship rolled and sank near Consuelo Port. Investigations revealed poor training and reckless management, a preventable tragedy that cost lives and changed safety laws forever. April 2018, Istanbul. The Maltese bulk carrier, Vita Spirit, lost steering and rammed into a historic Bosphorus mansion. The impact destroyed the 18th century landmark and led to a $50 million lawsuit. One small failure, one huge consequence. October 2015, off the coast of Bali. A passenger ferry's engine failed mid-journey and began taking on water, with passengers panicking. Rescue boats arrived just in time. No lives lost, but the ferry never sailed again. At Pakistan's Karachi port, two large vessels collided during docking. One mistake in manoeuvring caused massive damage and a nationwide investigation. Experts later pushed for better mooring systems and crew retraining, because in tight waters, precision means survival. Brazil, 2020. The Stella Banner, a colossal bulk carrier loaded with 300,000 tons of iron ore, developed hull damage and began flooding. The captain made a life-saving decision, grounding the ship before it sank. Sometimes, the hardest choice is the right one. In Ecuador, a cargo vessel lost control and smashed into a bridge connecting Santi Island. The impact tore through the concrete structure, cutting access to thousands. The company behind the ship was ordered to rebuild it within 3 months. Actions have consequences, especially at sea. Taiwan's Keelung port witnessed chaos when a COSCO shipping vessel slammed straight into the pier. The collision caused major structural damage and sent shockwaves through the dock. A single steering error cost millions in seconds. Italy's pride, the LHD Trieste, at 33,000 tons. It's the largest warship built since World War II, during its launch. Massive chains controlled its descent into the water, a breathtaking moment of power and precision, a celebration of engineering and national pride. Built in 1962, the legendary RV Flip research vessel stands upright in the ocean. It rotates 90 degrees to form a floating laboratory, one of humanity's most unique marine platforms. Now, revived for a new era, Flip continues exploring the deep like no other. A cargo ship loaded with vehicles suddenly caught fire mid-ocean. Many blamed electric cars, but investigations found no link. It began with a simple electrical fault, proving that at sea, even a small spark can ignite disaster. A yacht entered a lock too quickly, caught in the propeller wash of the ship ahead. The current pulled it sideways, panic set in. It's a lesson every captain knows: never rush the sea. The sea doesn't wait, and it doesn't forgive. Compact, yet powerful. A tugboat is launched for duty. It may be small, but it can tow giants, carrying the strength of an entire harbour in its hull. A silent reminder that even the smallest vessels can do the greatest work. Boat launches gone wrong, anchors missed, cranes collapsing everyday moments that show how thin the line is between routine and disaster. At sea, mistakes happen fast and the ocean never gives second chances. From storms to collisions, from triumphs to tragedy, each story holds a lesson. Respect the sea, follow safety rules, train your crew, and above all, protect our waters. Because the ocean gives life and it remembers everything. This is Always Intense, reminding you, stay alert, stay alive, and sail responsibly. From daring rescues to modern tankers, the sea challenges every skill and decision. Calm can turn to chaos in moments. Testing crews and technology alike, waves crash, winds scream, and only respect for the ocean ensures survival. Every journey becomes a battle against nature's relentless power. Stay tuned for the next episode. More storms, more challenges, and more daring moments at sea. Welcome to Always Intense, where every wave tells a story. Out here, calm can turn to chaos in seconds, from massive storms to catastrophic collisions. These are real moments, caught on camera when man faces the fury of the sea. Brace yourself. Let's begin. Coast guards risk their lives every day, on stormy seas. One mistake can mean disaster. Every rescue mission is a race against nature, and sometimes against fate itself. Caught in a violent Mediterranean storm, the Grand Voyager fought 30-foot waves and failing engines. For hours, the crew battled nature's wrath before regaining control. A chilling reminder, even the biggest ships are fragile in the face of the sea. In Russia, a simple cargo loading went horribly wrong. A mountain of timber broke loose and crashed into the water, while the supervisor stood frozen cigarette in hand. Even veterans of the docks can't predict when chaos strikes. During a high-speed race, a powerboat dove underwater and resurfaced seconds later. Miraculously, the crew survived without injury. It became one of the most incredible clips ever captured, proof that luck sometimes floats. In the Pacific, a massive oil tanker faced waves tall as buildings. Its bow vanished beneath the water before bursting back through walls of foam. Steel groaned, engines screamed, but the ship held on. A raw display of strength versus the sea. In the Philippines, the ferry MV Island Roro 1 capsized after ignoring safety limits, overloaded by 25 tons. The ship rolled and sank near Consuelo Port. Investigations revealed poor training and reckless management, a preventable tragedy that cost lives and changed safety laws forever. April 2018, Istanbul. The Maltese bulk carrier, Vita Spirit, lost steering and rammed into a historic Bosphorus mansion. The impact destroyed the 18th century landmark and led to a $50 million lawsuit. One small failure, one huge consequence. October 2015, off the coast of Bali. A passenger ferry's engine failed mid-journey and began taking on water, with passengers panicking. Rescue boats arrived just in time. No lives lost, but the ferry never sailed again. At Pakistan's Karachi port, two large vessels collided during docking. One mistake in maneuvering caused massive damage and a nationwide investigation. Experts later pushed for better mooring systems and crew retraining, because in tight waters, precision means survival. Brazil, 2020, the Stella Banner, a colossal bulk carrier loaded with 300,000 tons of iron ore, developed hull damage and began flooding. The captain made a life-saving decision grounding the ship before it sank. Sometimes, the hardest choice is the right one. In Ecuador, a cargo vessel lost control and smashed into a bridge connecting Santi Island. The impact tore through the concrete structure, cutting access to thousands. The company behind the ship was ordered to rebuild it within 3 months. Actions have consequences, especially at sea. Taiwan's Keelung port witnessed chaos when a COSCO shipping vessel slammed straight into the pier. The collision caused major structural damage and sent shockwaves through the dock. A single steering error cost millions in seconds. Italy's pride, the LHD Trieste, at 33,000 tons. It's the largest warship built since World War II, during its launch. Massive chains controlled its descent into the water, a breathtaking moment of power and precision, a celebration of engineering and national pride. Built in 1962, the legendary RV Flip research vessel stands upright in the ocean. It rotates 90 degrees to form a floating laboratory, one of humanity's most unique marine platforms. Now, revived for a new era. Flip continues exploring the deep like no other. A cargo ship loaded with vehicles suddenly caught fire mid-ocean. Many blamed electric cars, but investigations found no link. It began with a simple electrical fault, proving that, at sea, even a small spark can ignite disaster. A yacht entered a lock too quickly, caught in the propeller wash of the ship ahead. The current pulled it sideways, panic set in. It's a lesson every captain knows: never rush the sea. The sea doesn't wait, and it doesn't forgive. Compact, yet powerful. A tugboat is launched for duty. It may be small, but it can tow giants, carrying the strength of an entire harbour in its hull. A silent reminder that even the smallest vessels can do the greatest work. Boat launches gone wrong, anchors missed, cranes collapsing everyday moments that show how thin the line is between routine and disaster. At sea, mistakes happen fast and the ocean never gives second chances. From storms to collisions, from triumphs to tragedy, each story holds a lesson. Respect the sea, follow safety rules, train your crew, and above all, protect our waters. Because the ocean gives life and it remembers everything. This is always intense, reminding you: stay alert, stay alive, and sail responsibly. Every skill, every decision, and every ounce of courage. Ships of all sizes struggle against relentless power, and rescue teams risk everything to save lives. Calm vanishes in an instant, leaving only instinct, bravery, and respect for the sea. Stay tuned for the next episode of more peril, more triumph, and more lessons from the ocean's fury. Welcome to Always Intense, where calm waters can erupt into chaos in seconds. Explosions and fire strike a battleship at close range. The sea swallows hundreds in an instant. This is where human courage faces the raw power of nature. A massive tanker sails through heavy seas. Rain lashes the deck, waves crash over the hull, and the wind howls. Technology and human skill combine, but the ocean tests them at every turn. A huge cargo vessel hauls its load during a violent storm.
A 160-meter-long cargo ship was caught in a devastating storm near the Cape of Good Hope. The ship's roll reaches 32 degrees at a critical 40.
Air rescue teams battle blinding snow and wind to save a stranded crew, one by one. They are hoisted to safety amid thunder and rain. Courage shines brightest in the face of disaster. A colossal oil carrier faces towering waves. Even the largest vessels feel the wrath of the ocean as storm winds tear across the deck. Every creak of steel reminds the crew of nature's might. A small fishing boat navigates treacherous rocks in pounding surf. Each wave threatens to capsize the vessel, yet the crew pushes forward with determination. A bulk carrier runs aground on a remote island. Oil spills into pristine waters, seabirds scatter, and the storm shows no mercy. One misstep at sea can have lasting consequences for nature. An ice-capable vessel battles through frozen seas. Its engines roar as it crushes meters of ice, yet the frozen world remains indifferent. Even immense power must respect the ice. A cargo vessel is caught near a notorious cape. Rolls exceed safe limits. Waves tower above, and the horizon disappears. Survival depends on skill, nerve, and luck. Engines fail. The ship is pushed toward cliffs by relentless wind. Rescue teams airlift crew members just in time. Bravery meets desperation, and not everyone is safe. A passenger vessel runs aground under hurricane-force winds. Passengers panic as the hull floods. Local rescue teams bring everyone ashore safely, a rare victory over disaster. An oil carrier faces 12-point storm winds, exceeding 50 ms. The crew battles the waves while the vessel strains under the pressure. The sea teaches that survival is earned, not given. Two large vessels collide during rough weather, adrift. Their hulks tremble with every wave. The North Sea's cold silence underscores the consequences of error. A nuclear-powered icebreaker crushes through thick ice fields. Every meter forward is a triumph. Every crack of ice a reminder of nature's enduring force. A fire erupts aboard a cargo ship at night. Flames consume everything on deck, and the crew abandons ship as the fire spreads. Even in the dark, danger is unmistakable. Luxury vessels encounter hurricane-force winds, passengers clutch rails, waves smash against the hull, and calm is a distant memory. The sea reminds everyone who is truly in command. Icebreakers navigate frozen waters in extreme temperatures. Each meter is a struggle, yet progress continues. The frozen frontier is beautiful, but unforgiving. A glacier calves, sending walls of ice crashing into the sea. The roar echoes for miles as water surges. Nature's forces dwarf human perception. Awe and terror intertwine. A self-propelled platform drifts in the Arctic, frozen into the ice. Scientists continue research amid shifting ice flows. As the drift ends, a voice closes the story. Every voyage is a battle between courage and chaos. Respect the sea, protect its life, and safeguard all who sail upon it. From raging storms to capsizing ships, the ocean tests courage, skill, and every decision on deck. Massive waves, blinding winds, and ice-slick waters leave no room for error. Even the strongest vessels can break. Rescue teams risk everything, while crews battle nature's fury. Learning that survival demands respect and vigilance. Stay tuned for the next episode. More peril, more heroism, and more lessons from the relentless sea. Welcome to Always Intense, where real ships face real storms. Out here, calm can disappear in seconds. Every wave tells a story of courage, fear, and survival. This is where man meets the power of nature, and not everyone wins. The ocean never rests. The Palau-flagged cargo ship Arvin anchored near Barton Port, Turkey. As the storm intensified, her hull split apart. The vessel sank within minutes. Rescue teams fought against the elements to save the crew. Distress calls echoed. Help me. My vessel is broken. An oil tanker encounters Hurricane Sandy in the Sargasso Sea. Wind speeds reach 12 Beaufort. The ship battles monstrous waves as the bow disappears beneath the waterline. Every command counts one wrong move. And she's gone. Off the coast of Sri Lanka, MV Express Pearl burns after an explosion. Containers of nitric acid ignite, spilling chemicals into the ocean. The sky glows orange over the water. Emergency crews fight desperately to contain the fire and prevent disaster. Near Cape Navarin, the trawler Captain Bolsinovsky is crushed by ice. The hull ruptures. Freezing seawater floods the cargo holds. 90 crew members face death in Arctic waters. Every one of them is rescued a rare miracle at sea. A timber freighter crosses the Pacific through 10-meter waves. The ship groans under the pressure of each impact. Walls of water crash across the deck. Even the strongest steel bends when nature shows its full power. The Japanese freighter, Wakashio, runs aground on coral reefs near Mauritius. Its hull splits open, releasing tons of oil into crystal waters. A paradise turns black. Scientists and divers rush to protect what's left, but the damage is irreversible. The cargo ship Grande America catches fire 330 kilometers off La Rochelle. Fuel tanks rupture, and the blaze spreads below deck. Crew members abandon ship as flames consume the hull. The burning vessel sinks, taking 2,200 tons of fuel oil to the ocean floor. A Russian oil tanker breaks in two during a violent storm in the Kerch Strait. The crew is evacuated, but one sailor dies. Thousands of tons of oil pour into the sea. The slick spreads for miles, a black scar on the waves. At Richards Bay, South Africa, the bulk carrier Smart runs aground and splits apart. Steel cracks like thunder as waves smash the wreck. Nearby, Good Faith suffers the same fate off the coast of Andros Island. The ocean spares no one, neither old ships nor new. A cargo vessel off northern China battles a 12-point storm. The captain shouts commands as waves tower over the bridge. The ship rolls violently but survives the night. Few ever see such fury and live to tell the story. April 16, 2014, South Korea. The MV Sewell ferry capsizes en route to Jeju Island. Hundreds are trapped below decks. Rescuers arrive too late. A tragedy that changed a nation and forever marked the sea. The aircraft carrier, USS Kitty Hawk, returns to port through a Pacific typhoon. Waves slam into her bow, tearing steel safety nets. Even warships surrender before nature's raw power. No weapon can calm the ocean. Off the coast of Georgia, USA, the car carrier Golden Ray capsizes. 4,000 vehicles are trapped inside. Rescue crews cut through steel walls to reach survivors. 23 crew members all saved after hours of peril. In the Bay of Biscay, France, the Luno cargo ship loses power during a gale. She drifts helplessly toward shore. Moments later, she strikes a breakwater and splits in half. Helicopters lift all 12 sailors to safety. Off the coast of New Zealand, the Greek freighter Rena runs aground in heavy seas. Fuel oil leaks from her damaged tanks. Dark tides roll onto white beaches. Volunteers and environmental teams work day and night to contain the spill. A luxury cruise ship, Grand Holiday, tilts violently during a storm. Passengers scream as water floods the corridors. Objects crash. Alarms blare. No casualties, only fear. And a lasting memory of how small humans are at sea. In the North Sea, the Stena Immaculate collides with Solong while carrying 220,000 barrels of jet fuel elsewhere. Voyager faces Hurricane Valentine in the Mediterranean. Massive waves strike from all sides, each collision, each impact. A reminder that one mistake at sea can cost everything. A small fishing vessel capsizes near John Brewer Reef, Australia. 4 people cling to wreckage as helicopters race to reach them. Nearby, another freighter off Cape Hope rolls dangerously in 40-degree winds. Both crews are rescued, proof that courage still beats the storm.
On February 15th, All 22 sailors were evacuated
The
from the
sea
bulk
gives
carrier
and
Good
the sea
Faith
takes.
under the flag of Cyprus,
For every
which hit the rocks off the
tragedy,
coast of Andros Island.
there is a
The
lesson.
ship, which was heading to
Safety
Odessa,
at sea
got caught in a
is
storm
not
and the
just
waves threw it on the
technology,
rocks.
it's respect,
The hull got a hole and took on water.
vigilance,
Coast Guard officers who
and
arrived at the accident site
responsibility.
evacuated the
Every
entire crew from the
crew,
bulk carrier.
every
A vessel
sailor,
specializing in collecting
every
polluted waters,
ship
and 3 tugboats were also
the
sent to the
ocean
area
is
of the
alive,
incident.
and it remembers everything. Always intense because the ocean never sleeps. From hurricane-force winds to ice-crushing seas, the ocean tests every ship and every crew. Ships break, catch fire, or run aground, while rescue teams risk everything to save lives. Every wave and every storm is a reminder that skill, courage, and respect for the sea are essential. Stay tuned for the next episode, more peril, more heroism, and more lessons from the relentless ocean.
Always intense, where ships face the raw power of the ocean. At Sawyer Glacier, Alaska, a massive iceberg collapses, sending a towering plume of water into the air, signaling the epic and dangerous journey that lies ahead. In Sicily, strong Sorco winds push a cruise ship onto rocks. Bow first, panic spreads among passengers. But thankfully, no one is injured. 117 passengers and 6 crew members are safely evacuated with the help of local boats. The anthem of the seas battles Hurricane Hermine. Towering waves tilt the ship, sending passengers gripping rails. Fear and awe mixing in every glance at the stormy sea. The Queen Elizabeth cruises through the Atlantic during a magnitude 11 storm. Waves crash against the hull, creating breathtaking but terrifying scenes of the ocean's fury. In Argentina, a colossal iceberg calves with a thunderous roar, flipping over as tourists on nearby catamarans watch in stunned silence. Nature's unpredictable force is on full display. On April 16, 2014, the ferry MV Seawall sinks off the coast of South Korea. A distress signal is sent 2.7 kilometers from shore, highlighting the importance of readiness for emergencies at sea. The Stena ferry, traveling from Holyhead to Dublin, faces giant waves. Voyager, one of the fastest passenger ships, is caught in Hurricane Valentine on the Mediterranean. Passengers holding on for dear life. A passenger falls seriously ill at sea. The rescue helicopter must hover and maneuver sideways to evacuate the patient from a moving ship. A breathtaking demonstration of skill and coordination. Anthem of the Seas battles, 180 mpb winds and 30-foot waves. Passengers cling to rails as the ship rocks violently, every item around them tossed by the storm. In the Drake Passage, between Antarctica and South America, the Queen Elizabeth confronts a level 47 gale with waves over 30 ft high. Passengers grip railings, eyes wide with awe and fear. Carnival Sensation rescues a passenger in the middle of the ocean via helicopter. The precision of the crew and pilots ensures safety despite the violent waves and winds. MS Expedition Force 12 faces 100 mph winds on its journey from the Antarctic Peninsula to South America. Every wave tests the crew's skill and discipline, keeping the massive vessel steady. MS Sea Opera experiences technical issues while docking in Venice. A snapped tow line causes the ship to collide with a pier and another vessel. Injured passengers are rescued promptly, underscoring the importance of port safety. On October 18, 2014, a potential Ebola case arises on Carnival Magic. U.S. Coast Guard personnel collect blood samples, highlighting the vital role of health safety and disease control at sea. At Johns Hopkins Glacier, Alaska, a massive calving occurs for the first time in over 30 years. Passengers aboard Island Princess capture the awe-inspiring spectacle from their cabins. The Legend collides with an RCCL ship at Cozumel Port due to 50 mph winds, though no injuries occur. The incident emphasizes respecting nature and following safety procedures while maneuvering in port. In Drake Strait, between South America and Antarctica, a cruise ship battles 40-foot waves. Passengers are thrown off balance, experiencing the thrill and peril of navigating the most intense seas. During a storm on Island Princess, a journey that should have taken 2 days extends to 4. 50-foot waves and 50 mph winds shake the ship, forcing passengers to cling to rails and altering daily life aboard. Exploring Tracy Arm Fjord, Alaska. Massive chunks of ice fall from the glacier, creating enormous waves that rock the vessel, a stark reminder of the ocean's unpredictable power. The journey concludes with thrilling rescues, violent storms, and awe-inspiring natural wonders. Always Intense leaves viewers with a clear message: respect the sea. Adhere to safety at all times, and protect our oceans so that future voyages can remain safe and sustainable.